Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Jessica Frappampina. I have been creating content over on Instagram at Fraps and Frills for the last decade, and I recently started a YouTube channel so we could spend more time together where I share the things that I love and more valuable information. As many of you already know, or if you're new and you don't know, my husband is a cancer survivor and we spent the last 4 years trying to conceive. We had 2 failed rounds of IVF, which was heartbreaking and super hard to endure. And just this last May, we were miraculously blessed with our miracle daughter, Juliana Rose. So I'm a new mama. It's nice to meet you, and I can't believe she is already 9 weeks old now. So in the first 8 to 9 weeks, I have learned a lot as a new mom, and I feel like there were a lot of baby products out there that just really overwhelmed me when I was doing research on what to register for. So today I'm going to go ahead and break down the top 20 most used and most loved baby products for the first 8 weeks of her life, as I've just learned so much over these last 8 to 9 weeks. If you have a really gassy, colicky, or stopped up baby, you're not going to want to miss number 10 on my list. It has seriously been a lifesaver. We've used it so many times, and it was pediatrician recommended. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing a product that everybody wants, and I personally don't think it's worth the money, so I would save your money on that. Okay, and last but not least, I'm sure you mamas can relate as a new mom to this 9-week-old beautiful baby girl. Time is incredibly limited and valuable right now. She's actually down for her nap, so we're going to take advantage of this time that we do have together, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right in because I have a lot of great things and information and resources to share with you. Okay, so the number 1 most used and most loved baby product on our list so far is the Doona 2-in-1 car seat stroller. This thing has been absolutely amazing. I didn't realize how much I was going to love it. It is just so compact and easy to maneuver, especially if as a new mom you have more maternity leave than your partner does and you're out by yourself going to these doctor's appointments, or maybe getting brave enough to go out to lunch together or do a little shopping or just running errands in general. It's a lot of work, speaking from someone who has another stroller that I'll talk about a little bit later in this video. It's a lot of work to get out the stroller base and figure out the attachments and all of that, not to mention quite heavy. So the Doona has just been really easy for me to operate when I am out and about on my own with her, and it's just super convenient, compact, easy to maneuver, and we just love it so much. It was included in the Nordstrom anniversary sale this year, and it sold out just like that. So if you didn't get a chance to snag it then, it is available at a couple different retailers, so I'll link that information in the description box below for you. But also I want to share a fun hack, because a lot of times the pink color, which is personally what we have, sells out. So you can actually go onto Doona's website and you can purchase a replacement canopy and shoulder pads in any of the different colors that they offer for just $45. So you can buy whichever color Doona is on sale, or maybe you can even find one pre-owned on Facebook Marketplace that's just very gently used. Ours is actually a hand-me-down from one of my good friends whose daughter outgrew it, because it does only unfortunately last for the first year of life. However, that being said, I still think it's so worth it. Also, especially if you're going to be traveling, like we're planning to bring her to Nantucket in just a few weeks, and we're so excited. Also, we're hoping we're not completely in over our heads and that this trip goes well. But the Doona is approved to use without the base in the car. So you can bring it in Ubers with you. It's nice and compact and easy to travel with in the airport and just gate check it. So it's really good for travel as well. We're excited for this trip. We've been planning it for quite some time now, and it's been on my bucket list of dream places to visit for many, many years, and especially during the summer. So I can't wait to see all the beautiful hydrangeas and roses, and it's going to be even more special because we're getting to bring our daughter with us. So it's our first family vacation. Wish us luck. Again, can't recommend the Doona enough. Also, I'm gonna link another pink canopy cover for it that's like not a part of the Doona brand, but it does work with the Doona stroller on Amazon. So you could get it that way as well. Okay, so the second thing on my list is going to be the Kite Baby Sleep Swaddle Sack. Again, another life-saving product, game changer for sleep at night. We tried, I think, every single swaddle that was available on the market, and I literally like ordered them all periodically over the first like 3 to 4 weeks of her life when we were, in survival mode and completely sleep deprived and desperate to try anything to help with sleep. And I returned all of these sleep swaddles because they each had their own individual issues with them, but like a lot of the common issue was the zipper being in the front or in like the middle part, and I just felt like it was like, she was really small, like first of all, so she was only like 7 pounds 4 ounces when she was born, and then she went down a little bit and then gained weight, which is completely normal. They were just like creep up really high around her neck, and I don't know if you know this, but like when you tap a baby's chin, that's a reflex for them to open their mouth, and when things are around their mouth, touching their mouth, it's like a feeding trigger. So it would like come up, and I was worried about suffocation, all the things, as a new first time mom, and then just like comfortability for her, and then also it was making her fussy because then she thought it was time to feed, and it was just like a whole thing. So the other thing with her is she didn't like her arms inside the swaddle, so we even tried the swaddle up one where their arms are up, and that one just, it didn't fit well on her. Same issues with the zipper, and then she didn't like it at all. So we found ourselves using just like a basic like bamboo stretchy blanket to swaddle her, but then she would wiggle enough to get her way out of it, which was really scary as a first time mom as well, and that wasn't going to work for much longer. So finally we invested in the Kite Baby Sleep Swaddle Sack, and like so glad we did. They're so soft. We don't even use the part that wraps around her anymore. She just uses the sack now that she's 9 weeks, but I truly feel like it's a really good cue for her that, hey, it's time for night, or it's time for nap time to go to bed, and she loves being in it, and it's really comfortable. The zipper goes like up the side. It's a soft bamboo material. We just love it so much, and they have really cute patterns and prints. We ended up getting 2, so I have like the pink peony one and then the white one with the pink bows. Just so darling, and absolutely the only sleep swaddle sack that I would recommend. Okay, number 3 on our list. This thing is only $20, and it has been the best for bath time. It is the Angel Care Baby Bathtub Support. We actually use it in our kitchen sink because we have a really big open farmhouse sink in our kitchen at the moment, and with her size it just works perfectly. But she can also use it in the bathtub, so if you don't have a sink like that, definitely you could use it in the bathtub, although I would recommend like some kind of padding or like cushy mat for your knees, because that's gonna be a little bit painful in the beginning if you're kneeling over. But anyways, we love it. There are so many other bathtubs on the market that are like expensive, will tell you the water temperature, all these things, and I just feel like they're marketing gimmicks, not worth your money. The Angel Care Baby Bathtub Support is perfect because it's ventilated in the back. The water and soap just like flows right through it, and it's really easy and fast to dry and then put away out of sight. So we use that thing at bath time all the time, and she's taking baths now like several times a week. Pretty soon I'm sure it will be daily, so especially as we get into the solid food era, which I am excited for and also a bit nervous for as well. Anyways, I'll link the bathtub for you in the description box below. Okay, number 4 on the list, the Mom Cozy Wipe Warmer. Now I know what some of you moms are thinking. You maybe have been hesitant to purchase a wipe warmer because you're like, what about when we go out in public and I have to use cold wipes? Is she gonna have a meltdown, or is he gonna have a meltdown? We have not experienced that, thankfully, and I'll explain why a little bit later, or why I think that is. But this wipe warmer seriously saves so much tears and heartache the first like 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say, of her life with all the diaper changes that you're doing. I feel like we were just constantly changing her diaper, and this made it a little bit less stressful for both of us and a little bit more comforting for baby. I love this wipe warmer because it has 3 different temperature settings, and it also has a night light on it with 3 different light settings from dim to bright. We found, as far as the wipe warmer temperature, the 113 level is what works best for us. And fun little tip, because I learned this the hard way for the first time and completely wasted an entire pack of wipes, sadly, because they're expensive. Make sure you leave the wipes inside the container that they come in, and you'll just remove the little center piece or cut around that center plastic piece. If you take the wipes out of that plastic or whatever the wrapping is that they come in, your wipes are going to dry out when you use the warmer. Should have been a no-brainer, you would think, but somehow I just missed the memo on that and learned the hard way. So fun little hack. But yeah, we love it. We have one in the nursery for her, one in the little by the little changing station that we have set up in our bedroom, and then also we have one downstairs at the changing station by her pack and play near the kitchen. I also love the whole like green and white aesthetic of it. It goes perfectly in her nursery, and I feel like it's a really good price point for what you're getting. And my theory behind why she doesn't completely freak out when we are on the go and I have to change her diaper, like usually in the back of the car, and the trunk is what I've been doing with the changing pad, is so we leave a pack of wipes in the diaper bag, and it's definitely summertime, so a lot of time the diaper bag is sitting in the car, so it's warm. So I feel like the wipes are like, they're not drying out, but they're more like room temperature than completely cold when we go to use them anyways. And she's completely fine with it. So anyways, hope that was helpful. That's number 4 on our list. Okay, number 5 on my list is the Spectra breast pump. I have the pink one that plugs into the wall. They do make another one that you don't have to plug into. I just personally went with the pink because it's my favorite color, but honestly it would have been nice to probably get the one that doesn't plug into the wall. What I will say is I've figured out like my morning routine, when I can pump, when I don't have time to pump, and it is kind of relaxing to just come down to my office. I have it all set up and just kind of pump for the day and get the morning started. So we're actually like combo feeding now, but that's a whole nother story for a different time. But I love that breast pump. It works really, really well. I did see a lactation consultant to figure out like my flange size. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, flange, whatever. But I will link the ones that I purchased on Amazon below because they come in different sizes, and then also this breast pump because it really does get the job done, and it makes feeding a lot less stressful for me. I actually prefer to do a bottle even if it's pumped breast milk. So anyways, that's number 5. Number 6 on my list is in line with the whole pumping, breastfeeding journey that we've been on, and that is the Gula Cola glass bottles. I went with glass because I just don't trust plastics with today's standards. Like, you're heating them up potentially, so it's just, to me, I just didn't want to mess with the plastics. I think the glass bottles are cleaner, less toxic, and these are the ones that my lactation consultant recommended. And so they're really inexpensive on Amazon, and I really like that the top part with the nipple is like a light blush pink, and also on the side of the bottle it says "Love you, Mom." On the bottom of the bottle it says "Baby Feeding Expert." So they're just really cute, but also we found that they work best with her. We ended up swapping out the nipple on them for the Pigeon Super Slow nipple. That again was the one that my lactation consultant recommended, and I like with this bottle it's kind of interchangeable with some of the different nipples that are out there, and the Super Slow is really nice because it really is like similar to the breast, and the fact that it's not gonna come out super fast. And then, you know, we so far have had success going back and forth between breast and bottle, which I know a lot of babies, they end up having a lot of issue with that because it's so much easier to get milk from the bottle. But if you get the correct nipple and bottle, I feel like you can really save yourself and your baby a lot of stress and heartache and trouble with all that. So highly recommend if you have a good recommended lactation consultant in your area. If you have those resources available to you, go ahead and use them. My healthcare insurance ended up covering our first 6 visits with ours, and it really made a difference when it came to figuring out the whole pumping thing, the sizes to get, and then also these different bottles. So that is number 6 on the list. Okay, number 7, lucky number 7, as I like to say, the Baby Bjorn Bouncer. This thing has also been another life-saving, game-changing product. I feel like a lot of times when I am trying to get my makeup done or curl my hair, get ready in the morning, this has been really, really helpful because I can just pop her right in it. I'm still looking at her, supervising her activity, but it gives her something to do because it has this nice little attachment that you can put onto it where she can kind of like play with everything, and it just keeps her busy for just a little bit so I can get some things done. And she really is starting to enjoy it now that she's 9 weeks. I will say you have to wait till they're 8 pounds to put them in it, so at first we really couldn't even use it the first couple weeks, but the last few weeks we have been using it like every single day, a whole lot, because she's really happy and content in it. And I think that this is a product that's been around for decades. I remember my mom saying that she had one for me as well, in pink, of course. And, you know, it's just a really trusted household brand name, and you can't go wrong with getting this. I highly recommend adding it to your registry or going ahead and purchasing it if your baby's already here and you're looking for an activity that's enjoyable for her and will keep her content for a little bit while you do some things around the house, because, you know, we got to get things done too as moms. Okay, number 8. Another activity that baby girl absolutely loves is the Love Shack Fancy Activity Gym. It's just one of those things that go on the floor. I'll put a picture of it right here, but it keeps her content for quite some time. If I have to like sit down in my office and pump or get some emails done, I keep it right here in my office by my desk and my pumping chair, and I'm able to just like keep an eye on her, and she's so happy with it. I feel like the pattern of like the florals have that high contrast with colors that these babies love when they're at this stage in life. And then also like the little bow crinkles and it makes her laugh and giggle. And then like there's I think a little mouse that squeaks and a swan that rattles. And then one of the flowers has like a little mirror on it so she can see herself. But what we love about this one, besides the cuteness factor, is the fact that it is soft. So I feel like it's not dangerous and I'm easily able to move it around the house and also kind of shake it and make the toys make sounds. She really likes that. But like what we really love about it is the placement of where each little toy is hanging from. We have another one and I'm sure she's gonna grow into it, but right now like the placement for her to reach and kind of grab and like look at things isn't ideal. So we find ourselves using this one a lot more, and it's actually still in stock right now. I think it went out of stock and then they restocked it because it was from the Love Shack Fancy collaboration with Pottery Barn. Of course, it flew off the shelves when they first launched it, and I'm so happy we were able to snag one, and she can't get enough of that thing. So highly recommend it. Would be a great gift for a baby shower as well. Next up on the list, number 9. So we have tried a lot of different baby pajamas and zip up like little romper onesies, and we have found that there are 2 brands that we absolutely love for the fit and feel, and that is going to be In My Jammers and Hamner Hill. So they are just like the softest bamboo fabric, and they have the little cuffs at the sleeves and at the foot as well, so you can cuff the feet at night to keep the feet warm, and then also cuff their hands so they're not scratching their face, which is really nice. But they also have like the cutest prints, and I feel like their sizing has been the best, at least for Juliana so far. Everything fits her very well and very true to the time frame that it should be for like 0 to 3 months or for newborns. So do have some discount codes with a lot of other baby brands. Our favorite for for daytime outfits is the Smocked Flamingo, and I do have a discount code there. I believe it's FRAPS10 for 10% off your order. I'll put the information once I double check it in the description box below for you for that one as well, because they have like the cutest smocked little rompers and dresses and outfits for during the day. So a lot of times that's what we're dressing her in when we're heading out of the house for the day. All right, number 10. This is a highly recommended product. I already mentioned it in the beginning of this video, but it is the Frida Baby Windy. This was recommended to us by our pediatrician when baby girl hadn't pooped for like, it was coming up on 48 hours and we were getting really nervous and we're like, what do we do? These work like a charm. So if your baby is gassy and fussy with their gas, like Juliana is, unfortunately, you can tell she's in like a lot of discomfort. And if your baby is like colicky, or if they're stopped up and they haven't gone to the bathroom in a couple days, you trust me, there's gonna be a point in your life with your new baby that you're gonna need these. They were actually developed in Sweden, I believe, by a doctor, and they don't bother her whatsoever, but it's basically just like a little bit of rectal stimulation. You put a little bit of lubricant on the tip, so they recommend coconut oil, so that's what we use. And you just, insert it and it makes a little like kind of whistle sound and really instantly relieves her gas and usually gets her to go to the bathroom if she's been stopped up pretty shortly after we utilize this tool. So it has been really helpful and handy to have, and highly recommend you just go ahead and get it. They're on Amazon and I will link them in the description box below. Really quick before it's time for me to go feed Juliana again, just needed to take a quick pause to share what I'm wearing today because it is a nursing friendly dress and I got a lot of questions and compliments on it over on my Instagram account. So figured I'd give you the details here too. It's so cute for summertime and it's nursing friendly. Like I said, there's actually this hidden zipper right here. So it just completely unzips. It's kind of hard to do it a little one-handed, but here you go. So it completely unzips, and if you're wearing a nursing friendly bra, it just makes it really easy to access for nursing or pumping, but it is so cute. I'm wearing a size small, so it fits true to size, and it's just like this really pretty pink and white stripe. Kind of gives me like Palm Beach vibes, but really feminine too with the different tiers. I love the silhouette of it. So cute also with these sleeves. And then I just have it on with some of my favorite Julie Voss and Kendra Scott jewelry. So this is a Julie Voss gold link bracelet, completely timeless. Trust me, you will wear this forever. So such a great piece to invest in. And then you can also layer it and stack it with other pieces. And then I also have on one of her heart rings that I wear quite often. It's really cute. And then I have on a Kendra Scott necklace that says Mama on it, and it's got like a little pearl detail. It was part of my birthday present this year from my husband. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but I'll link it in the description box. Super cute, and it looks really great with this outfit. And then I'm just wearing my little woven slides from Target, really affordable, comfortable, and on trend for the summer season. And so this is the look of the day. Number 11 on the list. It is another baby stroller. I know what you're thinking. Okay, you already recommended the doona, which has its purpose and functionality. However, they do outgrow it within the first year of life. And so for that reason, I also recommend the Uppa Baby Vista V3. It is such a smooth ride and it's just such a nice luxury stroller. The features on it are incredible. It is relatively easy to take out of the trunk and set it up. It's just a little bit heavy. However, I'm not very strong and somewhat petite, and I can do it on my own, no problem. So what I like about this is you can get it with the bassinet attachment, which, being that we live in the Atlanta suburbs of Georgia, it is hot during the summertime. So if you're anywhere in the southeast and it gets really hot during the summertime, the bassinet attachment is so nice. Like if you're going out to eat, or if you're going on long walks on like a walking path or in your neighborhood, you can unzip the back of the canopy part of the bassinet, and it's got like this mesh material, so like wind flow can come through it. You can also attach one of those stroller fans to the front, but because she's not like so compacted in there like she is in the doona when it's like the car seat, she has room to breathe and space for airflow to come through. So she seems to really enjoy it for the smooth ride and the space that the bassinet attachment offers with the uppa. It is also really easy to maneuver, and like I said, a very smooth ride. It's much easier than the doona to go over like bumps or gravel or like up little curbs. So we really love it. We used it the other day when we went out to eat with friends and we knew like it was going to be too long for her to be in that doona. We were like, let's just go ahead and use the uppa with the bassinet attachment. The other nice thing about this is it grows with them. So when she outgrows the bassinet option, it already came with, they call it the rumba seat. And so once she's 3 months, I believe, she's able to start using that. So I'm really looking forward to using that attachment because you can also fold up the stroller with that seat already on it, so you don't have to like take it all apart. You can just like leave it all put together. You can face it towards you or face it outwards as they get older, and it comes in this really pretty light neutral tan color that we really love as well. And also Mark doesn't feel completely out of place pushing because it's not pink and super girly. So, you know, we love the girly things and he's usually a really good sport about it, but I do feel like this is nice if you have a partner involved and helping you with your baby. It's just like really gender neutral and a really pretty color. So next up on the list, number 12, is the Diaper Genie diaper pail. So we have both the Ubby and the Diaper Genie. We have the Ubby in her nursery and then the Diaper Genie at the changing station on our dresser in our primary bedroom. And so I have had experience now using both for about 9 weeks. And I will say Ubby definitely wins in cuteness factor, but the Diaper Genie just is overall more functional. It holds more diapers. It's been around for a really long time. It's easy to use because it has a little foot pedal, so you don't have to like open it like you do with the Ubby. Both of them are pretty easy to change, like the little bags in and out of them. But again, it just like it holds more. It's easier to operate. Both so far, and everyone's telling me that this is going to change when she starts eating solid foods, but both so far are pretty good at containing odor. But again, I just like highly recommend the Diaper Genie for the functionality and ease of use. Number 13 on the list, the Mom Cozy Nail Buffer. I know all of us moms, especially first-time moms, when you're leaving the hospital, have that anxiety of, oh my goodness, I don't want my baby scratching their face. I can't always have the sleeves on these little rompers cuffed or have the little mittens on. So we're bound to get a scratch on the face. I need to cut these nails. For whatever reason, these babies are born and their nails are just like so long. It's crazy. I didn't realize that. So coming home from the hospital, I was really glad that we had the Mom Cozy Nail Buffer because it's really easy to use and I didn't have to deal with that anxiety. So at the hospital, they really scared me. They said if you actually like with the nail clipper were to cut the baby's skin at their fingernail, that it would bleed uncontrollably. Something about the like formation of the arteries and like the thin skin and the developmental stage that they're in as a newborn. I have no idea, but it was enough to scare me. The Mom Cozy Nail Buffer we had and we used like pretty much day one coming home from the hospital, and it doesn't hurt them at all. It doesn't phase her. It was really easy to use, and there's different attachments for different strengths of buffing and filing the nails as they grow and get older. And it's rechargeable and just it was a really nice thing to have. I hear some women even pack it in their hospital bag and bring it with them to the hospital. Number 14 on our list is the Baby Brezza Air Swirl. I can't say enough good things about the Baby Brezza Swirl bottle warmer because of the hospital grade technology that it uses. It actually uses just air to heat the bottle. And the reason why that was important to me as a new mom was when I was doing research, apparently a lot of these other bottle warmers that use water and steam to warm the bottle, they're a breeding ground for mold and bacteria, and that is like the last thing I wanted for our baby, and I didn't want to be dealing with like constantly trying to clean it. So it is so nice to have the Air Swirl. It is safe, clean, and effective to use. And at this point in time, I've memorized the different time settings for like the size bottle that I'm heating, so it's also consistent. Whereas before I was just using like a bowl in the sink of hot water, and you know, you had to constantly check it and make sure it's not too hot, or is it hot enough yet? And it was just like really time consuming. And you know, when you have a screaming, crying baby that is hungry, you want to be able to give them a bottle fast. So I really am thankful for the Baby Brezza Air Swirl. Number 15 on the list, this is something we use literally every single night, is the Hatch sound machine and nightlight. One, it has the time on it, so it's so nice for me, especially like in the beginning days when I'm trying to keep track of like how often she was feeding. I could just like look over from the side of my bed and see exactly what time it was and keep track of that to make sure that she was getting enough to eat in those beginning days. And now it's just like so nice to have. I feel like it just provides a little bit of extra. You know, you can do white noise, you can do like rain, ocean waves, just like a little sound buffer, because a lot of times now that we have her on a consistent sleep cycle and like bedtime routine, I'll be able to go out and join my husband in our loft to continue watching a show or whatever, a movie, and I feel like it gives just like the right amount of noise buffer to keep her asleep and not hearing what we're watching, because it is just like one room over from our bedroom. So it's just been so nice to have. Number 16 on the list. This is seriously, I think, the best $40 I've spent in a long time. It is the Peekaboo Baby Bunny stuffed toy. Oh my goodness, this can keep her distracted for so long, and I love watching her smile and giggle at it. It is this adorable bunny rabbit, and the ears flip-flop and move down to cover the eyes, and it plays peekaboo with your baby. So on the little feet, there's an option on one of the feet you hit play, and it will do the peekaboo with her, and then on the other foot it says sing, and if you press that foot, it will actually like sing this really cute peekaboo song to her, and it's just so cute to watch. And I definitely think it's a must-have. Would be a great Christmas gift, baby shower gift, or just something to spoil your little one with. It is adorable, and it also looks really cute styled on her bookshelf in her nursery. Number 17 on the list is this really handy bath filter. We actually use it over the sink faucet. It does have an attachment so you can connect it to the sink handle faucet, so it doesn't slide down, but it's also really easy to just like slide right over the bathtub spout if you're using the bathtub at this point in your child's life. And think about it, like if you don't have a whole home purifier like we do not have at this house, we purchased shower filters as attachments to our showers, so why wouldn't I want filtered water for my little one as well? And when we first brought her home, she started to get a little bit of like a bumpy rash around her neck, on her chest, and then also a little bit of like baby acne. I don't know if it's using this bath filter that truly made all the difference, but I do believe that it helped. It's supposed to help if your baby has sensitive skin or eczema, and of course our sink water and bath water, if you don't have a filter or purification system on your home, it's just like not the best quality. So every time we give her a bath, we use this attachment, and it just like gives me peace of mind that she's getting like really clean, purified water, and it's better for her skin and overall health. So we really like it. Number 18 on the list, the Mom Cozy Bottle Brush Cleaner. I love this because the soap is in the actual handle of the brush, so you just like push the end of it, the soap comes out, so it's so convenient and easy to use. And if you are bottle feeding at all and you don't want to invest in one of those sterilizers and cleaners that go right on the countertop, plug in, then this is so nice. We hand wash all of our bottles, and it's really not been a big deal. We actually just like use this little tub that I got on Amazon too to let everything soak, and it's really helpful for cleaning your pump parts as well. It makes it really easy breezy, and you know, when you're using multiple bottles or pumping multiple times a day, you want the fastest, most efficient, effective way to clean all these parts and the bottles. So this has been amazing. I love it so much. I do believe it comes in like a green color as well as this really pretty pink color that we got. Okay, number 19 on the list is the Solly Baby Wrap Carrier. I use this thing all the time when baby girl is getting fussy and I need to get things done around the house and I want to be able to have a consistent eye on her, or if I'm like, I need her to take a nap on my chest and that's where she wants to be, but I need to be up and about moving around. This thing is so easy to use. I was really intimidated by it at first, to be honest, like figuring out how to use it and worried that I wouldn't be able to get baby safely into it. But they have a really helpful video that I watched on their website, so I will go ahead and link that as well in the description box below, because it was really helpful to watch. And I would say after I practiced and did it using the wrap and baby like 3 times, I had it like I could do it in my sleep now. Like, it's so easy to use. We are definitely planning to pack it for our trip to Nantucket, and I plan to wear her through the airport and on the plane in this Solly Baby Wrap Carrier. She loves being so like snuggled in it and close to my chest, and it's just, again, like such a lifesaver if you're a busy mom and you need to get things done. Even if you're running errands, I recommend you could put it on at the house before you leave if you don't want to take the stroller in, like say to the grocery store, because it's super inconvenient and heavy to have to lift the car seat and put it in the cart, and then you're trying to put things in the cart all around baby. Like, no. So put the wrap on before you leave the house. When you park and get her out of the car seat, just put her in the little swaddle and get your grocery shopping done that way. I promise, like, your baby will love it and so will you. Okay, number 20 on the list, last but not least. If you're like me and you like to still enjoy a glass of wine or two, maybe on the weekends or after a long day, just to unwind a little bit here and there, and you're breastfeeding, the dilemma is, how will I know if my breast milk is boozy? So Freedom Mom came out with these little breast milk test strips, and they have been a lifesaver for giving me peace of mind and making sure that there's not any booze in my breast milk before I feed baby. My mom got in town a couple days ago, and I decided to have my first postpartum cocktail with her and my husband. And I'm so glad I had these test strips, because one drink ended up turning into 2, don't judge me. And it was probably over the course of 2 hours. I pumped, tested my breast milk, and it did come back dark blue. So there was definitely still alcohol or booze in my breast milk. And so it just gave me such peace of mind knowing, like, okay, thank God I didn't breastfeed or use this milk with baby, and I just used milk that I had pumped earlier in the day. So super helpful to have if you plan on having a drink or two, especially around the holiday season. And then I did see on social media that you can actually use your boozy breast milk, save it in the fridge to use for a milk bath for baby, as it's still good for their skin. So I'm curious to know if any of you have tried that. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, and as promised at the beginning of this video, I promised you I would talk about a item that everybody wants that I personally was not impressed with and would save your money on. So I'm sure you're looking for the right bassinet to register for or to purchase for when your little one arrives. And there's a lot of different options out there with a lot of bells and whistles. And we went with the Maxi Cozy Smart Bassinet. And while it definitely gets points and wins from an aesthetically pleasing perspective, and it's very neutral and pretty, we don't use any of the features. We didn't find them to help at all, and in fact the motor of it is noisy. And unlike the snoo, it does not move the mattress inside, which is I guess why you have to swaddle and strap them into the snoo. It actually like moves the outside of the bassinet, and so like the motor on it is just really loud. I found that to be kind of obnoxious and did more harm than good. And then because there are different options of the way the bassinet moves, it does like one motion, completes it, stops, and then it starts the motion again. So it's not like a consistent motion, and I didn't find it to help with rocking her back to sleep or anything like that at all, honestly. So it's unplugged. We don't use that feature, and for the price, it definitely wouldn't be worth it in my opinion to spend that amount of money. I sort of just wish we went all in on the snoo. I didn't realize at the time that we would have had the option to rent the snoo monthly, so we could have tested it out like that. So if you're looking for something with the bells and whistles and features of rocking baby to sleep, I think just go for the snoo. I had several friends tell me that it was worth every penny, and they really used the functionality of it, unlike the Maxi Cozy version that I bought. And at the end of the day, the snoo is still more than the Maxi Cozy, but at least it works. That, or honestly, since now, like, she sleeps great, we ended up working with a sleep consultant, and it's been like worth its weight in gold because she is already sleeping through the night at 9 weeks old. She's doing absolutely incredible, and we don't use any of the motion or any sleep props or anything like that to get her to sleep, which is great. So you could also just go with like a basic bassinet, and several of my friends have this one on Amazon that pulls right up to the bed, and they really love it. So I will link to that one below in the description box, as I wouldn't waste your money on the Maxi Cozy Smart Bassinet, unfortunately. There you have it. Those are my top 20 most used, most loved baby products for the first 8 weeks of Juliana's life. And I can't believe I have a 9-week going on 10-week-old now. It's just crazy how much the time has flown. Thanks for sticking with me today and spending some of your day with me, girly. If y'all enjoyed today's video and found it super informative and helpful, please give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it, found it helpful, and then I know I should continue creating content just like this. Also, if you're not subscribed and you don't want to miss one of my videos, make sure you tap that subscribe button, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. If you're not following me already on Instagram, I share a lot of our daily life and additional outfit inspo, as well as cute mommy and me finds over on my Instagram account at Fraps and Frills. So I will put that information right here, as well as in the description box below. And above all else, make sure you are following me in the Like to Know It app if you're not already. I share exclusive content over there, as well as additional baby products I'm loving, as well as cute, fashionable outfits that are super feminine and timeless, just like what I'm wearing today. I also share in the caption of those posts sizing information and discount codes if they are available for you. So you'll definitely want to make sure you head over to Like to Know It and follow me in my storefront. Thanks again for being here with me today. I've enjoyed it so much, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye, girly.